Hi, I'm Chris Whiting.
I'm Jeff.
We're here from Wine Groover. Today we're at the Golden Grove Estates here at Stanthorpe. Now, they've got a pretty good reputation here.
I've heard that, yes.
Yeah, a lot of medals, and they've been here for a long time. It's one of the stalwarts of the Queensland wine industry. So what we're going to do today is go in and chat to Ray, and hopefully he'll give us a little bit of his wine to taste as well.
Sounds good, let's do it.
Right. We're here today talking to Ray Costanza. Ray's the chief winemaker here at this one of the oldest vineyards and wineries on the Granite Belt here. Now, Ray, tell us a bit about the history of it. You've got a bit of a, this is one of the oldest ones here, but I understand you're fourth generation, and it was your great-grandfather who started this.
Yeah, basically my great-grandfather owned the property. My grandfather was cutting cane up in Ingham and decided to take a trip down to Sydney. Halfway through, he stopped here, of course, in Stanthorpe. That's where he met my grandmother and stayed here and settled the place as basically a fruit and vineyard producing property. And that's how it got started, basically.
Yeah, so he was a cane cutter up at Ingham and made his way down here. So it's a real Queensland story that you've got there.
Yeah. No, I mean, being of Italian heritage, is one thing that they were good at, was cutting cane, basically working. He was a very, very hard worker. So from the start here, yeah, producing fruit, grapes, and the wine was always a side project. Was always making wine. It's something that my family's always done, being of Italian heritage, always making that wine on the side and selling it to friends and family, and that's how we got started, basically.
Do you feel the weight of history behind you, or is there something else that drives you in making these wines?
Like I said, the thing that drives me the most is getting a product onto the shelf that's the best it can be. I've always grown up here as a young tuck. I was running around underneath my grandfather and my father's feet the whole time. It's something I've always known. I've never wanted to be anything else other than a winemaker. There was no other job that came to me. So from there, it was straight from school to university and into my studies.
And then back home here.
And then back home here after a few years, yeah, away from the place. So
you're obviously very passionate about the wine. Tell us about the wine that you're most proud of at the moment, or that really interests you, that you're producing here.
Well, that'd have to be definitely the Vermentino. The Vermentino is just one of those wines where we aimed for a style and we got it. Vermentino comes from Sardinia, and the Sardinian style is completely different to what they're producing in Australia today. So we aimed for that Sardinian style, and everything was perfect this year for it, and it's won 3 gold and 2 trophies.
3 gold, 2 trophies. That's a great wrap.
Yeah, and it's been fantastic.
Now, the Vermentino is one of the unusual or the different varieties that you've planted around here. What was the drive behind planting all these different varieties? I understand your father started that.
Yeah, Sam was the drive behind this. Going on 10 years ago, decided to basically plant stuff for me to play with in the winery. He wanted me to have blending options when I came home from university and my working away from home, to have something different to play with. So people told him it was crazy at the time, but it's led to where we are today.
That's great. All right, let's go and have a look at some of the wines.
Fantastic. All right, so the next one I have for you is our 2010 Tempranillo. So Tempranillo, of course, is a Spanish variety. Tempranillo just works in the Granite Belt. It suits the soil here and the climate, and if you actually look at the region of Spain that it comes from, it's extremely close to what Granite Belt is all about. So Tempranillo for us is one of our most consistent varieties. It produces good crop, good colour, good tannin year in, year out, and I think that's why we've had the success with Tempranillo. I think it's 4 golds in a row for each different variety of Tempranillo that we've done over the last 4 years. But Tempranillo for me, I'm making a bigger, richer style, so more that Ribera del Duero, Rioja sort of style, and you'll get that nice sort of cherries. For me, it's all about that savoury cherries, so you're looking at that in the savoury spectrum with this wine. You get those nice cherries on the nose, but the tannins on this are quite firm and rich.
Ray Costanza at Golden Groves is pushing and pioneering, but I feel that the length of history at the site and his very supportive family give him the foundations to do just that.